I will.
Hello.
Alright, this is Karting Chaos, and this here is our Manco Dingo SE, the little yellow Fireball. It's a 6-horse Tecumseh, $150 cart. So far I've put I wouldn't say new, another used gas tank on it that holds a little bit of fuel up into the seam I found. So I've got another tank ordered, but right now it runs. I went to go try to pull this pulley off last night, and I had a heck of a time, man. This thing is seized so well onto that jack shaft, and I don't have a 3-gear puller. So I'm just going to go ahead. I went ahead and I sanded it up pretty well, cleaned it up as good as I could. At least it's somewhat operational, you know what I mean? So we're going to run with it like it is. Now, we're going to originally hold on to the backing plate for the clutch. It used to be right here, mounted on these 4 bolts, but it was so tweaked and out of shape that when I put it together, it would rub the chain so bad that I knew it was eventually gonna fail. So what I did was I sliced it and just peeled it right off without having to take the driven pulley off or anything, jack shaft, anything. So you can still actually rebuild the driven clutch without taking off the jack shaft, so we're just going to roll with it like it is. We put a new carburetor, a new used carburetor off another motor onto it. We have put the air filter back onto it. Pretty much that's it. It is what it is. It's a runner. And we've rebuilt the brakes. Now the brakes are working, as you can see. And so, our new project here is to put the driver clutch on there and see this thing move. So, unfortunately, it came with a good Comet clutch, which we're going to take and use on a different cart. We have a Chinese clutch here, which there's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? It's a 30 series clutch. There's nothing wrong with it. It works. It's got good springs. So, we're going to go ahead and put this on right now. Put the belt on just to see some tires turn. We have another bolt that came off of Lil Blue. Okay. And you will see plenty more of Blue, because Blue is going to get constant upgrades. Blue is eventually going to get an independent suspension system that I've designed, which one day may be available for purchase. Now see, there's not a lot of keyway sticking out there, and I really don't like that, but it's not like we're dealing with a monster here, you know, a 13 horse or anything like that. So I'm hoping that that'll be enough to really hold us where we need to be anyway. This is a 203/589 belt. I hope it's the right one. I know that Blue runs a 91 because it has a 7-inch driven clutch, as where this is a 6-inch driven clutch. Okay, now, shoo. Let me tell you what, man, that sucker is snug already. You might have been having issues with this belt running, doing the same thing that the new belt on Blue is trying to do, and just grab while it's idling. Hopefully we won't, but I am really thinking we will. We're going to find out momentarily. Okay, I don't know a G-rated way to say it. Just for giggles, and something else comes with it, I'm going to put this cold weather flap here, which I've never used, in the filter like they have it designed, and I'm going to see if she'll start up and run cold. I'm going to give it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, see what happens. slipping. So, I think we're going to have to see if we can slide the motor back towards the jack shaft a little bit, or vice versa. Bring the two together. There's 4 bolts underneath here that I need to loosen up. There we go. Alright, I said it before, I'll say it again. We work with very basic tools here at Karting Kaos. Hand tools. That's about it. And we do not have a lot of money. So we really don't put a lot of money into this hobby. But we get a lot out of it. Now I can slide this forward to loosen the chain. What I'm not sure of is if I can slide the motor separately. It does not feel like I can. I don't know the remedy to this. I'm hoping that it needs to just wear a little bit. I guess we'll find out though. So I'll go ahead and tighten this bad boy back down here. Alright. Something I'm seeing here is it looks like the torque converter is sticking. The chain looks pretty freaking tight. That should be okay. But I'm definitely noticing that we're sticking. It seems like it doesn't. It always wants to pop back into idle. So we're gonna pop the driver clutch off here. Take a look at it. Honestly, I prefer to use a dry lube on this. I don't think I have any at the moment, so I'm going to have to use something else. We got our Chinese driven clutch here, and yeah, and I'm seeing that's what's the problem already. This thing is dry as a bone, so it's got to have some kind of lubrication. I really hate to use it, but we're going to try probably just use WD-40 right now. I really want to soak it down good though. I want to get kind of like almost impregnated, even though that's not really what's going to happen. Alright. Make sure it slides through there. Now these Chinese ones seem to just fall through, and you kind of want that. Alright. Now, I'm also going to take off this my weights and springs here. If I can get them. Yep. I want to make sure that this surface is pretty slick too. Yeah. Alright. I prefer to do this as hands-on as I can. Alright, so now we got everything lubed up pretty good. Yeah, everything should move pretty easily. It needs to in order to return. Alright, always make sure you have your flat sides, you know, toward the cover. It's got the flat sides. Hopefully most people know that. Alright, so now, I know this is pretty stiff going in there, so there we go. Alright, now everything's all lubed up and nasty and everything. I'm going to want to clean up the surface pretty good, so I'm not getting grease all over the belt. I mean, in all reality, it'll probably just burn off anyway and smoke off, but we're going to go ahead and wipe it down, you know. Because one thing we do have in the karting corner is rags. Alright. I don't know how well this brake is going to work. I mean, it's only a mechanical brake anyway. And the pads aren't in the best shape. Alright. We're going to go ahead and fire it again. Let her run a little bit. See what happens. Sliding in pretty good now. Alright. Well, I think the little yellow Fireball is about ready to take a ride. Go ahead, you're good.